That's cool. Does it show stuff backwards? Yeah, it does. Well, I guess we can do this as a. This is the camera right here. Yes. Okay. So, I'm. How do I say? This whole camera thing feels something like the confessionals in the real world TV shows. Remember them way back when MTV had music on it? Yeah, me too, right? Yeah, I'm that old. Actually, I'm old enough. I remember sitting there as a little guy watching MTV for like the very first time. Like it was a new channel. Like, oh, there's this new channel that plays music videos. Like, oh, wow, really? I was too little to really understand it, but remembering my parents and their age of friends. Right? Anyway, so I don't know. I guess I just want to talk. I don't know. Why am I doing this? Well, alternate reality. All right. The name started as a much longer um, name. Um, I've been trying to figure out being a content creator for years, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun just goofing around, and I got a little somewhere one time, and it was pretty cool, and it died off, and I don't know. I haven't really been trying to regain what that was because I'm a different person now. But I wish I would have stuck with it because I'm a different person now and be able to go back through old videos and stuff and say, oh, hey, let's see if I can clean this off. That helps me. No, it's just the camera. Or, I mean, it's just my $400 laptop, so I'm not super surprised that it's not as awesome of a video as I get off of my phone, but it is what it is. Naturally, alternate. Okay? One of the things that I had tried before was naturally minimalist, and I'm a big nature lover. I love being out in nature, just playing in the trees, just going for a walk, giving the trees a hug, splashing in the water a little bit, looking at all the pretty flowers and the sunrise and the sunset, and watching sitting out on my porch. We got our driveway, and our driveway's kind of narrow, so we poured some rock next to it to make a parking lot, and we put some landscape timbers down around it to mark a border, that kind of thing. And I have a metal bench, and I sit it down at the far end of the parking lot there, and face west and watch the sunset. And I don't know if I've just never been in a place where there's been a 20-mile view, but this place that I live now has the most amazing sunsets and sunrises too. Boy, good stuff. But I wanted to do something along those lines, and just kind of picked the two things that were most prevalent in my life at the time, and it was nature and minimalism. So I became naturally minimalist, and I got into playing Clash of Clans, and that was that was my handle, naturally minimalist, which is a long thing to type out, right? So my clanmates started calling me Nat, and I was like, "Hey, that is a lot easier to type instead of my whole big long name." So I became Nat for up and still to this day. I have that account, and I'm still known as Nat. And life has been a bit of a weird place for me in the last few years, and becoming more and more so as the time goes on. And it eventually leads to this idea that, how do I say? Reality is stupid. Screw reality, right? My reality at this point is my wife has left me, and just don't get along anymore. We don't. That makes sense. Like, we just don't get along anymore. I still love her, and she doesn't say the words anymore, but I know she still loves me, kind of thing. And not that I'm using that as an excuse to be weird or anything. It's love on a different existence, I guess. Anyway, we're split up, and it's a lot happier in my alternate reality, my different reality, and that's what I'm trying to. Well, I guess maybe making my alternate reality my regular reality would be, a cool thing, all right? And that's kind of where this is. Okay, I'm not trying to cover up or run away from or anything of my actual reality, but everybody needs a little escape from time to time. Okay, people go to bars, people go to the movies and stuff like that. I'm not much of a drinker anymore. I was whenever I was younger. My friends in my 20s, we had the heavyweight divisions, and we would take 21-year-olds out drinking with us. Hey, I've got somebody. Hey, well, that's cool. Hey, man. I don't have my readers on. I can't read. But over here in the chat, there's somebody that said, "How's it going?" I'm doing all right, man. Just I don't know, just throwing it out there, seeing what's going on. Anyway, but I've found that my alternate reality is a much more pleasant place to be than my actual reality. So this channel is kind of a work in my work in progress of allowing my alternate reality take over my actual reality. And it's really weird looking up here at the camera versus looking down here at myself, watching myself talk. If I scoot back a little bit, that better? I don't know. It's fun. Oh, look, there's another person and a little counter up there. Hello, person. How's it going? Marley D, what are you talking about today? Well, I am talking about my alternate reality taking over my actual reality. And that alternate reality having a lot to do with Dungeons and Dragons. Okay? I love playing Dungeons and Dragons. I love making stories up and all that fun stuff, and having my friends sit at my table here. So I can kind of, okay, I got Kool-Aids, I got a cool knife, I got my phone, I got my player's handbook. Oh, and I got the grid mat too, the battle mats. They roll up. They're cool. It's a dry erase poster thing with the 1-inch grids on it, and it's cool. I drew a whole map out one time, and we had a good time, dungeon crawling and stuff like that. It was great. I dig it. What's the best story you have from D&D? Well, you know what? I'm really just kind of really getting back into it. We played when we were younger, and our dungeon master, he had all the books and stuff when we were just players, and we had a good time playing around with the stories and stuff. But here, as a much older adult, we got into. I made a new friend. I moved hours away, and I made a new friend, and he's into playing Dungeons and Dragons. So we got one of my kids, one of his kids, and another one of his friends comes over, and we all hang out and play. And my favorite story so far is last night. The one other friend, he wasn't feeling well, so he didn't come over. And in an effort to learn how to play the game, play the battle part of it with the melee attacks and the magic attacks and stuff like that, and an effort to learn how to do that better and more in line with the book. I mean, I know the rules and stuff, they're just guidelines and things like that, and having fun is the most important thing. But to play, I'm more of a rules kind of guy. I need to be guided. Okay? And last night we did something called the Coliseum, and we took our character sheets from previous things, and they were all first level, and we just brought our 2 pages together, and we battled it out, and whenever we had a question, we're like, okay, what's the actual way? Like with I don't have my character sheet with me, do I? No, I got it on my phone, or it's on my laptop. Whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to actually run combat and do it the proper way, because eventually I'd like to get so good at this. I hear other people get paid to be dungeon masters. Like, that's something, man. Because I'm a delivery guy. I sit behind the wheel all day, and I stare at the windshield, and I come up with cool little stories in my head, and I'll grab my handbook, or I'll grab the DM guide or the monster manual, and I'll create a little encounter kind of thing, and add little bits here and there and that kind of thing, and it's a lot of fun. And whenever they say the words, if you love what you do, you're not really working, like, yeah, I want to do that, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. So I thought, part of the process in my channel being me learning all this stuff, and not only me learning this stuff, but thank you. Not only me learning this stuff, but me helping other people learn this stuff. Because I'm 45 years old, according to my soon-to-be ex-wife. I'm middle-aged. I'm like, no, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I'm gonna live to be maybe I'll go with 200. I like a dwarvish age, and I don't know. I'm one of those people who wouldn't mind living forever just for the knowledge and the experience and wisdom and just seeing all the stuff. And like, oh, you know what I haven't seen is this place on this day with this kind of weather. You know, it's just like living here. Where the Ozark Mountains are kind of south of here, and the wind coming, and just the clouds have always got a really cool position at sunset. It's like, man, I wonder what it's like that, but over the Grand Canyon kind of thing. To see that would be, yeah. I'm an optimist. I get into the dark days too, but it's a lot more fun, it's a lot more fun smiling and playing Dungeons and Dragons than it is being all dark and dreary. And, it's kind of part of the thing. I've been on a bit of a spiritual trip for a while, getting into Buddhism and Taoism and Eastern mysticism kind of thing. And it's the whole, letting go of attachments and stuff and easing suffering. And I dig that outlook. And I've been, I don't want to say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that it's saved me from a lot darker and dismal days that I could have been suffering through, but I kind of buried myself in my work and my Dungeons and Dragons. I play Clash of Clans too, so I got a couple people in my clan that are pretty cool, and I got a couple people at work that are pretty cool. Then I come home and I hang out with my kids, and my kids are awesome. So it's I don't know, it's not as awful of a thing as I've seen other people go through. It's not as awful of a thing as I've been through before with a ex-girlfriend and stuff. And when she got sick of me, she started screwing around with my friend and got knocked up, and that was really weird and sent me on a bit of a downward spiral of drugs and alcohol. But this time around, it was just, I really hate to admit it, even now I hate to admit it, but she's right. We're not good together anymore. Like, we've grown apart. She's into different things than me. She don't like playing Dungeons and Dragons, even though she sat here and had a good time with us a couple of times. It's like, okay, but anyway, yeah, she'd rather go work at her job and go hang out with her friends. And what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to fight and say, no, you got to stay here and we got to both be miserable? So there's that. Well, it's getting kind of later in the morning. I got to get the kids up and make breakfast and do stuff. I just got on here to, see what it was like to do a live stream. So, hey, Marley D, thanks for hanging out for the last couple of minutes and listen to me blah blah blah. You want to hit that subscribe button. That if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons, that's probably going to be the majority of my content, because I wanted to play Clash of Clans and get into tournament style competitions and stuff, but it turns out I'm not very good at that game. Practice makes perfect kind of thing, so I'm going to be practicing and working on it and stuff and see how that goes. I like playing Pokemon Go, and doesn't seem like I'm really not good at that, but it's fun to play and just go walk around and chit chat and stuff. And but playing Dungeons and Dragons is my fun, and where I spend most of my brain time. So anyway, thanks, Marley. Thanks for hanging out. You want to hang out, tell a friend. I'm on most of the social media sites, TikTok, I have a Facebook account. I have a Twitter. Yeah. So have a good time. Oh, BC's back. Hey, BC. What is it? Thumbs up. Okay. Sorry, I don't have my readers on. I gotta. Oh, okay. That's what it says. All right. So have a great one, man. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye-bye. In stream. Yeah, immediately, and you'll no longer be live. End.